Greetings, fellow adventurers, and welcome to this Let's Play of The Cat Lady. This was a game that I actually discovered through another Let's Player, one of the more famous ones. Many of you may have heard of him before, Necroscope86, and he began a Let's Play of this, I think about half a year or a year ago from this recording, and I don't think he ever finished it, but I remember getting about 5 or 10 minutes into the Let's Play and then deciding to turn it off because I wanted to get the game and experience it for myself. So I went straight from YouTube to goodoldgames.com to pick up a copy. I believe it may also be on Steam at this point. I'm not certain of that, but I think so. But it turned out that it was a good buy for me. I would like to say that this is what I call a heavy game, and what I mean by that is not the violence or the sexual content that is in it, because it is there, and consider this your disclaimer at the front of the Let's Play, is that there is going to be a little bit of both in this game, so viewer discretion advised. But when I say heavy, I mean that it's heavy on the topics that it covers. The violence is not gratuitous or for its own sake. It's all to serve the purposes of what is really a really heavy story. And I think you'll see what I mean as we go along. It's also visually quite a unique game from the ones that you see nowadays. This actually, I believe, came out last year, 2013. Oh, and I should also note that the resolution here is the native resolution of the game. Even though this is a modern game, just like Torrent's Passage, its native resolution is not widescreen. So I'm just going to present it in the original resolution that it comes with. So, enough talk. Let's go ahead and get started, and we'll begin.
My name is Susan Ashworth. I live alone in this old 2-bedroom flat. I rarely go outside. Some would say it's a lonely life, and I guess that's true, but I don't like people's company. Not lately, anyway. I only trust my cats these days, and I will miss them dearly, but they will understand, like they always have. Teacup stays with me till the end. He watches me, as if he knew. Because earlier tonight, I swallowed a whole bunch of pills. They're legal, of course, prescribed by my doctor for my sleeping problems. But I've taken 34 of them, all I could find in the cupboard, and now the room around me spins in a blurry tango as my heart slows down. Any second now, I will be dead. I feel calm. I'm ready for it. I've only got one thing to say now. Thanks for nothing. Goodbye.
Alright, so here we are. Our protagonist, whoever she is, appears to have attempted suicide, although it is ambiguous whether she's been successful here. This is a side-scrolling adventure, which makes it a little bit unique. Most days, games tend to be at least both left and right and up and down kind of, movement, at least 2 dimensions. But here, it will solely be one-dimensional. I also, I noticed if you look as she turns left and right how her hair blows differently since it's going in one direction. That's kind of cool. So, let's begin our adventure here. Passing through some kind of field of wheat or grain, barley, something like that. Seems very peaceful and beautiful. And there's a gentle amount of tutorial that's given during the first chapter here, but these messages won't show up all the time, fortunately. But yes, you basically press up whenever you want to try to interact with something. I feel strangely drawn to this place. I must find a way to unlock this padlock and get inside. So, yeah, sure enough, you try to open it, it's locked. But this was definitely one of the things that drew me to the game initially, was that I don't think I've ever seen a video game with this kind of art style before, and I thought it was really neat. Huh. Would you look at that? Color? No color. Wherever we are, I don't think it's the, definitely not the real world here. See that the car in the background is vividly red. Sign, no pedestrian access. This looks like some kind of car tunnel. A bus. Not a soul to be seen. And not wholly structurally sound, it seems. And yes, the occasional credits will continue throughout this first chapter. Paramedic ambulance. I can't go any further. This ambulance is blocking access to the tunnel exit. Maybe there is no exit at all? Let's see if we can open the door. Let's see what's inside. It's locked. Great. Huh. I've only played through this game once before, so I may occasionally forget what to do, as it's kind of this norm for this type of game, but I think most of the major stuff I do remember.
Huh? What's making that noise? Hello? Who's there? Answer me!
That looks like her. It's me. My cold, dead body right in front of my eyes. What is it doing here? So I guess we'll just examine. I look so calm. Okay. Just about one thing I liked about myself. Even now, they still shine a little. I guess we can open our mouth as an option. And there's a key. Is that a key in her mouth? In my mouth? I better take it with me. So, as many of you have probably figured out by now, I do like playing video games that have a lot of allegorical or symbolic context, and this game is no different. Uh-oh. Ominous music. Ah! Susan, you okay? Okay. Well, I guess we're not going back that way. So as I was saying, I just like Dear Esther and The Path, this game can hold a good amount of interpretation, so feel free to speculate, either as you watch this Let's Play or you play it for yourself. I do see a little bit of screen tearing, by the way. If that ends up showing up on the video, I apologize, but I don't think it's a ton. Oh, there is a male deer here. I'm not sure what kind of deer that is, though, because it still has a lot of spots. It's not the kind of deer they have around where I live. I'm gonna bet we should follow it. This is probably one of my favorite scenes in the game, by the way, over here, where you have the sunset in the field. Now, you may recall that last time we walked over here, it was a field of grain. Now it's just grass leading into a forest. In looking at these backgrounds, I'm kind of torn. I'm not sure if I know the character, of course, was drawn, but I wonder if some of these backgrounds are actually photographs. Wouldn't surprise me. We have a car that hit a tree and the engine is currently on fire. And it's me again. By the way, just as a note, when the interface at the bottom of the screen goes dim, that is your indication to, as a player, that some kind of small cutscene is going on. When it becomes bright again, it means you can interact with things. My dead body, hanging from a tree. I should be scared, but I just feel empty. Wait, what's that shiny thing on her neck? Is that a key? The body is too high. I can't reach. Although we do have a rope here that the other Susan is hanging from. Rope is tied into a knot. It would take me hours to undo this knot. Okay. Maybe something to cut it with is what we need. We'll head through here. Nope. The door seems bolted from the other side. Now this brings us...
I can't remember this place. Am I lost?
And the answer is yes, she is. This brings you to the first actual puzzle in this adventure game, which is finding your way out of the forest. And the trick is, basically, is to follow that crow. So you could go off to the left here, but what happens is that you basically just start hitting the same screens again and again and again. So let's just follow the crow. There it is. Goes off to the left. This time flies off to the right. So we're doing some kind of zigzag path through the woods here. And by following the crow, it gets us actually to the other side of that door that we were trying to get to. And we see that perhaps the very deer we were following has now, unfortunately, looks like it's been slaughtered. Unbolt the door. Here we are. So now we look at the deer. Who's done this? Is there anyone else here? Pull out the knife there. And hopefully this should cut the rope. Oops, that's not what I want. Yes, so press down in order to access your inventory. Examine it. It's a hunter's knife. Let's use it. Ah, that was a hard fall. Yeah, she does have a key around her neck. I look like I'm just sleeping. Nothing in her pockets. So just take the key. So now we have two. Let's go ahead and have a look at them. Not long ago, even a key wouldn't open my mouth. Of course, that's one we found in the mouth of her body. Now I find that there's one inside it. That one is called just key. This one is called gate key. It's a large, rusty key. Okay. So now I gotta find a place to use these keys. A gate with severed animal heads on it. What a gruesome display. At least it's not my head stuck on the bars. Locked, but we do have what's called the gate key, so let's try that. Yep. And an ominous change to the music as well.
Welcome to my house, Susan Ashworth. I have been waiting for you, my dear. I knew you would turn up one fine day like this.
Who are you?
I have so many names, it's hard to pick one. But I'm curious, who do you think I am?
That's a very interesting question. We have some obvious ones compared with a bit more interpretive answers, but honestly, I mean, I have no idea, and I doubt Susan does.
I really don't know. Can't you just tell me?
That's very much like you, Susan. You won't even try. You have given up on everything lately, haven't you?
Why shouldn't I? Is there a great reward for trying? I didn't think so.
Would you have tried if I had told you there was?
Maybe. I don't know.
Something that could change your life forever.
No! There isn't! There never is.
And yet, some people do great things to find it.
I'm afraid I'm not one of them. What is this place?
This, my dear, is my humble kingdom, and this house is my castle. I rarely invite people in, just like you. I like my solitude. But you are a special guest, and I'm going to make an exception.
Me? Special? I can tell you now that there's nothing special about me, lady.
Don't bring yourself down, Susan Ashworth. Today, you are my guest of honor.
What will happen next?
Depends on you, Susan. Inside my house, there are dark hallways that lead to places you don't want to see. But there is also something that will make you want to return to where you came from and cherish every single little breath you take. I'm going to make you an offer, Susan. It's a chance only a fool would refuse.
Okay. An offer? What can you offer me?
Let's come inside. It's getting cold out here.
Something a bit unnerving about that old woman. Here we have a picture, looks like a sunset on the beach.
A lonely seashore.
Please don't touch anything, dear.
I wasn't going to.
You lied to the whole world, Susan. And you lied to yourself.
This woman's not easily fooled. Strange lady. That's one way to put it. Is she really here? Maybe this is all just a dream after all. Yeah, that's the question.
Now we can talk properly, my dear.
I still don't really know who you are.
I go by many names. I've never paid much notice to what the living call me, but there is one name the fallen ones use when I speak to them. I find it most accurate. The Queen of Maggots.
Is that what you are? Why, maggots?
Because they feed on what's dead and gone.
Dead and gone. I guess that's me. Is there anyone else here?
I thought you liked being alone. Isn't that why you ran away from everyone?
It doesn't matter.
I was standing right behind you when you threw away all those photographs, you know? I brushed your hair every night you cried yourself to sleep. I saw everything. I know what you want, but it's not here. It's gone, and it will never, ever come again.
Will I be punished for taking my own life?
Most people would be, but not you, Susan. You see, I watched you long enough to understand how you feel. I don't expect you to believe me, but I actually have sympathy for you. Who knows? I could be your only friend. The only friend in the whole wide world. So like I said, I'm going to make you an offer. I want to help you. I will give you back your happiness in exchange for a simple task. Your life will change completely. You will be yourself again. And you will soon forget the sadness that has consumed your heart for years.
I have no reason to live. Please, just let me go. I tried. I really did. But it's never going to be okay.
Who knows, maybe, but one way or the other. This isn't the end of your story. It's only the beginning, my dear, and there are great things waiting for you. Believe me.
What do you want me to do?
Yes, I think it's time to explain. But where are my manners? We're still in the hall. This is not a place for a serious talk. Follow me to the next room. I'll tell you everything you need to know.
This kind of sounds like a deal with the devil here. At least that's the vibe I'm getting.
What's your offer then? What can you fix that life has destroyed?
Susan, death can fix nothing. But though we are both dead, I am not death. I might seem just like a strange old woman to you, but I'm just as powerful as gods. And I chose you, Susan Ashworth. I'll need you to go back and face 5 people. They're not ordinary people. They're very special. Just like you. Only in a slightly different way.
I'm a failure. Why did you choose me? Aren't you afraid I will let you down, whatever it is I have to do? Most days, it's enough of a struggle to crawl out of bed. I don't see the point in anything. I just want to disappear. And I hate everyone else because they know how to be happy. Everywhere I turn, there are people filled with hope and will to live. Or people so pitiful, they make me ashamed to be alive. I don't want them. There's nobody there for me. I am alone. I just want to vanish.
This is the very reason I chose you, Susan Ashworth. I know how you feel, because I felt like this myself for a very long time. You and me are very much alike. If you succeed, you will never feel broken again.
What makes you think I want to go back? I finally did it. I killed myself. That's all I ever wanted. And yet, it turns out to be just another failure. I want this suffering to stop.
Dear Susan, you don't realize that the suffering never stops, do you? It only gets worse. This place is a passage between the world of the living and the world of the dead. You enter one of these corridors and you never come back. But you don't cease to exist. You remain.
Ugh. Sounds pretty horrible.
Those 5 people, who are they?
The parasites. That's what I call them. They don't know each other, but their destinies are bound together. You will have to keep your eyes open and be constantly on guard. Those people will want to get closer to you. They might even pretend they are your friends, but don't let that fool you. They have nothing but cruel intentions. They'll want to hurt you, Susan. They'll want to kill you. As harmless as they might appear, parasites are the evil scum of the earth, and they all deserve to die.
Isn't my life bad enough without them?
Don't be frightened. You will have a great advantage over them. They don't know that you know. Do you understand what it means? You will become my hunter, serving punishment for their sins. A tool of destruction, a dark angel walking through the river of blood. You'll find your purpose in life, and you see for the first time how satisfying it can be.
But how will I recognize them?
There isn't a great deal of people in your lonely life, is there, Susan? You will know when you see them. Bring those deceitful bastards in front of me, and we'll make them regret for everything they've done.
Are you expecting me to kill them?
No, Susan, I'm expecting you to fight for survival. To do everything you can to defend yourself. I know you're not a murderer. Quite the opposite, actually. You're a good person. And I also know that you don't want to suffer. And those people will want to cause you pain. They won't hesitate. In the end, you might have no choice. Think of it as gardening. If there were weeds among the flowers, you'd pull them out, wouldn't you? You'd get rid of them without thinking twice about it.
I'm not really a gardening type, but I see your point.
I'm glad. And remember this, you are not the only victim. If you don't stop them, the killing will continue. Innocent people will die. You have the opportunity to make the difference. And a chance to save yourself.
I can't do this. It's too much. Dealing with criminals is a job for the police, not someone like me.
Indeed, you are weak. That's why I have prepared a special gift for you. Immortality. You cannot die, Susan. You will always return to life no matter what happens to you.
What? This is the last thing I wanted. Please, can't you just let me die?
I've made the decision. As long as they are alive, you cannot die.
It's blackmail. You can't do that.
I'm doing it for your own good. Anyway, you are in no position to bargain with me. You will either go and do what you have to do, or suffer for eternity. Forever unable to find your peace.
Jeez. Well, that kind of laid down the law there.
This all must be just a weird dream. I don't believe you.
Susan, see this door here? Let's go inside.
Now, on that...
I want to show you something that will help you make up your mind. Follow me.
Okay. I was just going to say, On the recording, it may look like in that previous scene when she was looking towards the door, it may look like her head suddenly disappeared. That's just because she turned towards the door and she has black hair, which kind of faded into the black of the doorway. So it's not a graphics glitch, just in case you were thinking about that. You notice the field is back. Although I'm kind of hesitant to see what this old lady wants to show me. Ah.
Yes, it's you, Susan. Come closer. Say hello.
I don't want to look at it. Haven't I had enough yet? That body in the ambulance. Then the forest. But this place is... This is exactly what I was trying to run away from. I don't want to be here. Make it go away.
I assumed it would be wise to give you a little taste of the suffering you'd endure. I want you to understand that you can keep going long after you can't.
That's an intense scene right there. Crucified, all alone, in one place that changed, in the one place that just changed it all. I really don't want to be here. Have a look at these walls here, because we will be seeing this place again. It's stuck in the cross. I suppose I could easily pull it out. Let's get the crowbar. You're supposed to use that to pull out the nails, maybe? It's just an ordinary crowbar, but what was it doing on that cross? As useful as these things can be, there's nothing I can do with the crowbar here. Okay. Can't leave. Now instead of strange lady, it's death with a question mark. Although she said that she is not actually death. So it still begs the question as to who she really is.
Susan, it's time to make a decision. The parasites are coming, whether you want it or not. You haven't really got much choice. You must stand up for yourself.
Can you tell me again about the parasites?
Did you not listen, Susan?
I'm sorry. It's a lot to take in, you know?
Pay attention, Susan. Those people I call the parasites will want to get closer to you. They might even pretend they are your friends. But don't let that fool you. They have nothing but cruel intentions. They'll want to hurt you, Susan. They'll want to kill you. As harmless as they might appear, parasites are the evil scum of the earth, and they all deserve to die. That's why I prepared a special gift for you. You cannot die, Susan. You will always return to life, no matter what happens. Bring those deceitful bastards in front of me, and we'll make them regret for everything they've done.
Just a quick little review there. I actually had never tried that option before, so I was just seeing what it did, but it's just a brief recap. So, we basically can either agree or reject the offer. At this point, I don't know. It doesn't seem like we have much choice at all. So, I guess we'll agree. Perhaps it will spare Susan that fate that seems to be before her.
Fine. I'll do what you want.
Excellent. I'm glad you have put your trust in me.
I haven't really got anyone else.
You shall not regret this, my dear. Lights up.
we're back in the house.
Yes, but there is something else that must be done. You cannot leave my kingdom before a sacrifice is made.
What? Isn't it enough already?
Do not worry, my child. This is a mere formality I'm speaking of. The door to your world won't open unless you make a sacrifice of soul and a sacrifice of blood.
It doesn't sound good at all.
I agree.
See those candles here? Just blow one out, and that's it. Like I said, it's just a formality. Then on your way out, you will have to shed a few drops of blood. Not much, just a bit. Enough to open the door.
How much exactly?
Don't be afraid. It's easy. Anyone can do it. Just a sharp scratch. Is that how you used to say it?
Tell me about the sacrifice of soul.
Like I said, it's just a formality. See those candles here? Just blow one out, and that's it.
But which one?
You can choose. It doesn't matter as long as you do it.
Tell me about the sacrifice of blood.
Like I said, it's just a formality. On your way out, you will have to shed a few drops of blood. Not much, just a bit. Enough to open the door.
How much exactly?
Don't be afraid. It's easy. Anyone can do it. Just a sharp scratch. Is that how you used to say it?
Her insistence that everything is just a formality makes me suspicious, because we're in the world of dreams or the world of the dead. What does a formality mean?
Fine. I'll do that. Wish me luck, strange lady.
I do. When you leave my house, head to the field. That's where you should be. Goodbye, my child. I'm not going to be far. I've never been.
That's not creepy at all. Let's see. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles here. She said we could choose one, and I don't really see any difference between the candles that might make one better than the other, so I guess we'll just start with the one that's closest to us.
Strange. The flame seems strong and steady, but there is no smoke.
Well, let's blow it out and see what happens.
They left me no choice, Alice. Maybe one day you'll forgive me.
See how easy that was? Now, head back to the field. You've got a job to do, Susan.
That was interesting. You gotta wonder, did Susan actually see that play out, or was that just for our benefit as players?
What the? How did I get back here?
I don't think such questions even make much sense anymore. But she said to make her way back to the field, so I guess we'll just keep heading this way and see if that's where we come out. Looks like we made it. This does look like the field. Yep. And And I'm assuming that the key we have now should unlock this door. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Looks like the flag is actually in front of Susan, not behind. That worked. Planks. The hole has been boarded up with these planks. The sign underneath says, "Emergency power switch. Danger." I'm not strong enough to pull them off with my bare hands. Now, this may be where we finally use that crowbar. Some weird-looking machine. Too long... This is a quote on it, I guess. "Too long a sacrifice can make a stone of the heart. Would it take another sacrifice to turn it back? Maybe I'm being silly. This is just some old machinery after all." Well, silly or not, we do hear a heartbeat. How strange. There doesn't seem to be a single switch or button on this machine. How to turn it on? Well, let's see what's behind the planks. Ugh. Stained with blood. I think we may have found that whole sacrifice of blood place. Sign underneath says... Oh yeah, so it's the same thing. It's dark inside. All this blood around the hole. Was someone hurt here? Reach inside the dark hole surrounded by blood. This is the kind of times I'm glad I'm not an adventure hero. There's the switch. Ugh. Oh, ouch. What to do now? Oh, spray it on the machine. There it goes. And she runs into the light.